Man by Elton John, so you might be into Elton John, or you might be into, well, I don't know, NASA. So anyways, the main lyric that came to me was, and I think it's gonna be a long, long time. So to me, it just kept going over and over again, almost like a broken record. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's literally what I heard over and over again. So Libra, I feel like that some of you, if anything, have been waiting for not the other shoe to drop. I don't want to say that. I do want to say that I feel like that you might just be, if anything, just waiting on people to make decisions. Specifically, one person when it comes to how they feel or anything along the lines of that. Look up the lyrics of that song. There may be something in there that I am missing. I don't recall all the words. Let's just say that. But I love Elton John. So let's go ahead and get into this reading. So again, this is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's just see what comes out. So the first card is going to be where you're at currently. The next two cards called the Diamond Spread. The next two cards are going to be where you want to be. The next three cards will be, how do I get to where I want to be? So the next two cards after that is just guidance, and then the last card is going to be what to focus on next. So let's go ahead and get to this. One more shuffle. Okay, so where you're at currently, Libra, is the Page of Swords. Following that, we have, well, that being clarified, excuse me, by the Ace of Wands. And the next two cards are where you want to be. You have the Six of Wands followed by Temperance, and that's clarified by the Four of Cups. Now, this is how to get to where you want to be. We have the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, clarified by the Four of Wands. What's going on, Libra? This is really good. Okay, so the next two cards are just pretty much guidance. Four of Swords and the Ace of Cups. You got three aces, Libra. What it do, baby boos? Okay, so to clarify those, we have the Two of Swords. And the last card is, well, the last two, pardon me. I pull from the top and clarify from the bottom. It's a whole new level of shit. I don't know, man. Anyway, so the last card is what to focus on next. You have the Seven of Pentacles, clarified by the Death card. On the bottom of the deck, we have King of Swords. So, Libra, let's get to this. Let's make some room. So, Libra, first of all, I need a bigger table. If I could just pick these effing things up. Okay, so the first is where you're at. We have the Ace of Swords. Excuse me, the Ace of Wands. I'm just screwing this all up today, and I don't even care because I'm not going to edit it because I'm wrong and authentic. Anyways, Ace of Wands and the Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords. My goodness, y'all are going to get this to me. By the way, I have a psychic medium, so you go, oh, I get it. I get it. So, I'm a homeopathic psychic medium, so I can't even talk. I can't even talk. Y'all can't talk today. Y'all can't talk today. And that's because you're an air sign. Okay. So Libra babes, I feel like that for some reason y'all are having a hard time talking, but I feel like it's, if anything, a hard time talking about, if anything, what you want to talk about. I feel like that some of you have been trying to figure out a way to really communicate now we have more room, to communicate your passions. I also feel like that where you're at right now is that you're not in your element, first of all. I know that the Queen of Swords usually is, oh my gosh, look at this, y'all. Look at this. I was just gonna move this because I was curious. I was like, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords right there. So look, there's a pair on the bottom of the deck. Ooh. We're not going there. But anyways, I just thought that was funny. So Libra, I feel like that you have been trying to, because usually you're the Queen of Swords, right? I mean, if anything, you might be evolving more to your masculine energy, or you might be needing to pull onto your masculine energy at this time. So Libra, I feel like that you've been trying to figure out a way to communicate with anything, your passions, or communicate some kind of new beginning with yourself and another person. I do feel like this does involve another person. Oh, Libras, you're all about relationships. I feel like that, if anything, you have been trying to work on your communication skills. I feel like that some of you know how you feel about a certain person, at least, or you could very well some of you know how you feel about a person, but you don't know how to communicate it. The issue that you have with communicating is actually being able to express it. Some of you have been looking after this person. I said looking after. I did indeed. We got some stalker vibes, Libra. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, y'all got good intentions. Okay, as long as it's good intentions, then I check that. So I feel like, Libra, that you have a newfound passion for this person. However, you're having a hard time really going past the Page of Swords, right? You might be focusing on this person too much. You might be focusing on their social media too much. If anything, you might be just focusing on them too much to even get into your own element and to your own head and really evaluate how you can communicate this new beginning. And I feel like that's where you're currently at. So where you want to be is that you want to feel victorious, yes, and of course you want to be well tempered. But if anything, I feel like that you don't even want to let this bother you for some reason that's coming to me. I feel like that you want to be able to carry on your day without this person and the divine coming in. It's almost like I'm viewing temperance, which is Archangel Michael, yes, but I'm viewing temperance as also like almost like I don't know if this person's like overtaking you. I have a song by Evanescence in my head. It goes, I believe in you. I'd give up anything just to find you. To live, to breathe. I'm not singing her. To live, to breathe. You're taking over me. So I feel like that if anything, what you want to do is that you want to go back to how you were. So, like I said, I did feel an obsessive stalkerish vibe. It could just be, if anything, and stalker isn't always bad. Of course, like I said, if it felt stalkerish, I would be saying something to you about it being a stalker that you have to worry about. But I don't sense that, or that you're acting stalkerish. I feel like that's how you feel about it, though. That if anything, you have a lot of strong emotion for this person, and you feel like that this person might be, if anything, coming over you, or if anything, something's got a hold on me. Yeah, by Etta James is in my head. So I feel like that this person, if anything, has taken over your heart. If anything, they have your heart. And I feel like where you want to be is that you don't want to let this person in. I feel like that you just want to avoid it. You just want to ignore it, and you don't want to let it in. I feel like that for some reason you're letting the divine is sitting here. The divine wants to help you with creating this new beginning with this person, but where you want to be is that you just want to ignore it. That's where God out, because some of you want to know how to be able to keep it balanced. Again, like I said, in your life where you're allowing this person to come in, but where you're not allowing them to take over your life, if anything. Or maybe you have a bad habit that when you get into relationships that you might accidentally let people take more of a lead than you would usually allow another person to take the lead. Um, so where you want to be is that you want to be balanced here. You want to be able to carry on with your life and be happy, and if anything, you know, you want to receive the same amount of attention as you usually do, or if more, or if anything more. But I feel like that is one way. My ears just popped pretty hard. So my ear pops when the spirit was communicating with me. So that's one way. That is for about a third of you. I feel like that for some, there's a reason why I rearrange the cards, by the way. They just moving forward. So I feel like that some of you might, if anything, be trying to figure out a way to approach. Again, we already talked about it. This is what you're trying to do right now, but where you want to be is that you do want to be past the Four of Cups, and you want to be able to come forward to this person. If anything, I'm hearing glamorous by Fergie, who watches my stuff anyways. I feel like that you want to feel glamorous with this person. You want to be able to move forward with this person because you feel like that it was divinely guided. So, how to get there? Right, yeah, how to get there. You have the Ace of Swords. Actually, I'll turn this around for you. We have the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands. Sorry about my bracelet, it's ridiculous. And then the Four of Wands. I feel like that how to get there, Libra, is to communicate. It's to communicate. Look, you got the Ace of Swords here. By the way, you have 3 aces in your... This is the only spread that I've done so far for any zodiac signs where it includes all 3 aces. So, all 3 aces, my god. You're just missing... What the fuck? You're just missing the Ace of Pentacles. So this does have to do with passion and, pardon me, I'm thirsty. It does have to do with passion and also, if any, communication. But I feel like that how to get to where you want to be is that, if anything, first of all, I'm seeing like there's some examples like how do I explain this? I feel like that some of you are having a hard time communicating in general, but I feel like, again, when it comes to Ten of Pentacles is like a healthy wife, a happy wife, a happy life, or whatever kind of energy, and that's what I'm getting off of it for some reason during this reading. Could be vice versa, but I feel like that some of you might view, if anything, how to get there is to stop feeling like relationships are a burden. I'm getting that for some of you, especially if you are a male watching this. Stop thinking that relationships are a burden. Also, stop thinking that all relationships are going to be the same. I feel like that the only negative card here, of course, is the Ten of Wands, but I feel like that you have to come to the realization yourself. Not every relationship is the same. Not every person is the same. Not every person is going to exactly, if anything, screw you over. How do you not know? I feel like that it's truth and clarity, and I feel like that you have to get the truth and clarity on your own, and that the divine, again, has been trying to get you to that place where it is balanced between how you feel about this person and where you can go with this person. But again, the divine is trying, but you have to be willing to listen. I feel like that when you actually listen, do you see it? It's like the hand of God bringing forth Excalibur to you to sit there and say, hey, this is what's really here. I mean, it could be this or that. It's you have to be able to have that trust, though. So some of you need to know that clarity comes when you truly trust, when you trust in yourself, when you trust in your intuition, when you trust in the divine. Yes, not everyone's the same, but I feel like that some of you, if anything, again, you're viewing some relationships as it's a burden. It's a pain in the ass. It's not worth my time. None of it's worth it. It's stressful. It's a burden. It's just going to put me through the ringer. And then, or it's going to bring me stability, even more stability, some emotional stability, or it's going to bring me some kind of happiness overall. These are two extremely happy cards with clarity, so it can go this way or this way. But I feel like that if you constantly think that the clarity and the only two people that you're going to deal with is the Ten of Wands, which you're going to get, that's how you attract and create the same cycles over and over again. So I feel like that if you actually embrace knowing that the divine wants what's best for you, and knowing that your higher self, as well as your true self, your soul, wants what's best for you, which is, hey, extremely abundant life with stability all the way around, financially, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, is how I view each of those wands, and with clarity. So it's really about changing your mindset, Libra, and actually being willing to trust and realize that not every person is the same. Not everyone wants to play games. That's how to get there. So guidance moving forward, we have the Four of Swords followed by the Two of Swords. 24 might mean something. I don't know why. I haven't really mentioned that number to a lot of people, but maybe seeing 24 everywhere. It's confirmation for you, baby boo. Okay, so guidance is to make sure that you continue doing your healing work and loving yourself, and that you don't ignore patterns that you have. Even if it's the smallest thing. Like, let's say you sit here and you're not willing to take a risk on, you're not willing to take a risk when it comes to certain people and okay, oh my gosh, I gave this quote. I don't even know if it's a quote. Just because, let's say you take a pair of twins, right? You take a pair of twins, Libra, and they look alike. So doesn't mean that the twins act alike, doesn't mean that they have the same beliefs, doesn't mean anything like that. Of course, it doesn't necessarily have to do with twins, but let's say this person acts like another person, okay? You need to remember that just because these two people look like that, they're like look act the same, doesn't mean, I'm trying to figure out I'm trying to remember the quote. Doesn't mean that they're the same. They're even in the same series. Maybe it's just like a Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter, two completely different series, okay? Like, that's pretty much what I'm trying to say. Is just because it has a similar kind of genre to it doesn't mean that it's going to have a similar story or similar outcome, even though it does moving forward. Have you ever noticed that Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and Star Wars kind of have the same moving forward? Anyway, so I feel like that if anything, you need to remember that, and you also need to remember that again, you have healing work to do. We are forever healing, whether it's coming from this life or a past life, whether it's something that, like, let's say something triggers us and we finally realize that, oh yeah, this is triggering us. This is causing us to be stressed out. This is causing us to have some kind of angst. That's something that we need to heal from. And I feel like that for some reason, Libra, you might be cutting yourself off from it. So cutting yourself off from realizing your own faults, realizing, if anything, this is just moving forward. I know that I mentioned something about a person earlier, but once you're more honest with yourself and you're actually able to fill your own cup of love and actually be able to truly love yourself the way that you want to love yourself, the guidance that your guides want you to know is to continue loving yourself in every single way. Physically, do something physically for yourself. Emotionally, those 4 wands, do something from those 4 wands every day if you can. Emotionally, financially, spiritually, and physically for yourself every day, so that you can maintain your own 4 wands within yourself, your own stability, and not cut yourself out from what is yet to come. Like, let's say someone else bringing their Ace of Cups to join your Ace of Cups. So this is what to focus on next. So we have the Death card and the 7 of Pentacles. So Libra, I feel like that what your guides want you to focus on next is pretty much I'm hearing be patient with yourself. I have Phil Collins and the air tonight in my head. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on. So I feel like that some of you have some patience, but I feel like that some of you may have leveled up in your empathy. So that's what I'm getting pretty hardcore. So I feel like that as you go through and you break the cycles that you're breaking over the next, I'm hearing, couple weeks, that it's going to shock you how your empathy levels up. Some of you need to pay attention to, I can't tell if it's the next full moon or the next new moon, but for some of you it's the next new moon. Maybe it's the sign that you, your moon is in, or your Venus is in, or something along the lines of that. Or it could just be a full moon. Maybe you can manifest with the moon and you're actually beginning to realize that and you're actually looking into it. But what your guides want you to focus on next is to really look within and be patient with yourself. And if anything, the bad habits that you've been trying to break, actually allow them to break. Don't sit here and drag them on with some kind of excuse, is what I'm hearing. Well, you know, I got some pretty tough guides. And actually be patient with those around you, because I feel like that you have been trying to make changes to your homestead, but I feel like that time isn't running out. If you get time is run out, then it's going to keep running out. You're going to have a shorter time to take care of things. So make sure that you, if anything, be responsible and try to make sure that you have your head in the right space, from what I'm understanding. So again, if your empathy tends to level up a lot, make sure that you're able to discern whether it's your emotions or someone else's emotions, and make sure that you're able to, if anything, connect with your guides more too, Libra. I feel like that some of you aren't connecting with your guides as much as you would like to. So let's get some kind of card. Oh wow, that came out. I didn't even realize it. Trust. Okay, so I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. It's on the bottom. Discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So these are the last 2 bits of guidance. So I feel like that again. You need to trust in the divine, Libra. I feel like there's some of you. Yes, it's my wand. Look at that. Isn't it kind of cute? Anyways, move forward. You need to trust in the divine. And remember that the divine is here for you. But you have to be able to trust in the divine. Trust in the divine. If anything, do some meditations revolving around your third. Anyways, do some exercises where you're able to focus on your third eye and your crown chakra. I feel like that if anything, if you're able to really go into your mind, I was just talking about this with a Gemini. If you're able to really train your mind, you can reprogram your mind. I was able to reprogram my mind. It is a real thing, reprogramming your mindset. I know it wasn't shock therapy. It was actually because I decided to trust in the divine and have self-discipline when it came to my thoughts.